Ford just shook the car market to its core with a bombshell announcement that's turning heads everywhere. After betting big on the electric vehicles like the F-150 Lightning, they're suddenly hitting the brakes, slashing production, delaying plans, and shifting focus back to hybrids and gas cars. Billions in losses have forced Ford to rethink the future of EVs, leaving dealers scrambling and buyers wondering, is the electric dream falling apart?
This is Michael Whalen with CNBC. We're here in San Antonio, Texas, testing out the electric F-150 Lightning. Yes, electric. It is the company's first all-electric pickup truck.
Ford's journey into the electric vehicle market started with big dreams and bold moves. Remember the buzz around the F-150 Lightning? It was a game changer, showcasing Ford's commitment to leading the EV revolution. Factories were built, billions were invested, and the company bet heavily on a future dominated by electric vehicles. The ambition was clear, to stand toe-to-toe with EV giants like Tesla. But the reality of the EV market hit Ford like a truck. For every EV sold, Ford found itself bleeding money, an eye-watering $36,000 per vehicle. Imagine that. Each sale, rather than being a win, was a financial setback. By 2023, these losses had piled up to a staggering $5 billion. It became evident that the costs of producing EVs far outweighed the profits, leaving Ford scrambling to reassess its strategy. The pullback wasn't an easy choice, but it was a necessary one. Ford announced significant cuts to its EV production, putting the brakes on some of its ambitious plans. New EV models that were once hyped are now facing delays. Instead of diving headfirst into an uncertain EV market, Ford is shifting its gears. The company has decided to focus more on hybrids and traditional gas-powered cars, aiming to strike a balance between innovation and financial stability. Even with these adjustments, Ford isn't abandoning the EV space entirely. Instead, it's taking a more cautious approach. Investments in EVs, once set at 40% of the company's resources, have been scaled back to 30%. This recalibration is a reality check for Ford and a reflection of the broader challenges facing the auto industry. It highlights how tricky and expensive it can be to transition to a fully electric future. Ford's pivot underscores the need to adapt while ensuring they don't lose sight of their financial footing. When Ford introduced the Model E division, it was meant to be a bold move, a dedicated unit for electric vehicles designed to operate with the speed and agility of a startup. The idea was simple: carve out a team focused solely on electrification, free from the constraints of Ford's traditional structure. It was an exciting vision, signaling Ford's commitment to leading the charge in EV innovation.
The Ford Motor Company is changing its electric vehicle strategy. Ford now ditching plans for a lineup of all-electric SUVs and replacing them with hybrid models. The new plan could cost Ford upwards of $1.5 billion.
But the numbers tell a different story. Model E has struggled to find its footing, losing $1.1 billion in just 3 months. That's a massive blow, even for a company of Ford's size. These losses highlight the challenges of not only producing electric vehicles, but also making them financially viable. The rapid growth and high expectations placed on Model E seem to have backfired, leaving the division grappling with significant financial strain. Ford's response has been a recalibration rather than a retreat. While the company is slowing EV production, it's not giving up on innovation. The focus has shifted to making smarter, more calculated moves. By scaling back, Ford aims to reassess and refine its electric vehicle strategy, ensuring that future models are both technologically advanced and financially sustainable. This recalibration reflects a broader reality check for Model E. The division's original goal of operating like a tech startup, move fast, break things, is being reevaluated. Ford is realizing that the automotive industry's complexities require a more measured approach. Balancing innovation with practicality is the name of the game. Ford's decision to shift its electric vehicle strategy is having a profound impact on dealerships, and it's not all positive. Dealers made massive investments to gear up for the EV revolution, expecting it to be the next big thing. They installed charging stations, purchased specialized tools, and trained their staff to handle the unique demands of electric vehicles. These investments weren't cheap, and many dealerships put their faith in Ford's ambitious EV plans. The reality is hitting hard. Lots are full of unsold EVs as customers hesitate to commit, partly because of high prices and rapid depreciation. Each day these cars sit unsold, and dealers lose money. On top of that, the reduced focus on EV production means fewer new models coming in, creating uncertainty about future inventory. Dealers who banked on EVs being the cornerstone of their business are now scrambling to adapt. The financial strain could push some dealers to close their doors for good. Others might pivot to selling more hybrid and gas-powered vehicles, which Ford is emphasizing again. Some may even transform into service and delivery hubs, focusing more on maintenance and less on traditional car sales. These changes are massive and will require dealerships to rethink their entire business model to survive. This situation doesn't just affect the dealers, it affects the customer experience as well. With dealerships under financial pressure, services like test drives, repairs, and even basic customer support could take a hit. Reduced staff, shorter hours, and less focus on EV expertise are all possible outcomes. It's a tough road ahead, and many dealerships are bracing for impact. Ford's shakeup in the EV market has a ripple effect that reaches straight to the buyers. If you've been considering purchasing an electric vehicle, this shift might change your plans. One immediate impact could be price drops for existing Ford EVs. Dealerships need to clear their overstocked lots, and that could lead to some appealing discounts. However, this is likely a short-lived opportunity, as Ford's production cuts may drive prices up again in the long run. In the future, you might notice fewer EV options from Ford. Instead, the company is leaning toward hybrids, which could become more prominent in their lineup. This isn't necessarily a bad thing, as hybrids often provide a balance between fuel efficiency and affordability. For buyers who aren't ready to commit fully to an electric vehicle, these options could be a welcome middle ground.
I'm going to start out with an op-ed you just published this morning. For those of you who haven't gone to read it, Jim's going to walk you through it because it really lays out your vision, particularly around electric vehicles.
Thank you. Nice to be here, Julie. Thank you so much for the time, and thank you all for coming.
There's also the issue of EV depreciation, which is raising eyebrows. Some electric vehicles are losing as much as half their value in the first year. That's a significant hit for anyone thinking about resale value. This rapid depreciation is making many buyers hesitate, especially when combined with the high upfront costs of most EVs. For those looking to buy, it's critical to weigh the long-term value of an electric vehicle against other options. Staying informed is more important than ever. The car market is shifting rapidly, and knowing where to find the best deals could save you a lot of money. Whether you're considering an EV, a hybrid, or even a traditional gas-powered car, research is key. The choices available today might look very different in a year, and being prepared can help you make the most of these changes. Ford is taking a bold step toward modernizing the car buying experience with its virtual showroom concept. Imagine browsing through Ford's latest models from the comfort of your couch. With immersive 3D technology, you can explore cars from every angle, customize features, and even compare models side by side. It's a tech-savvy approach aimed squarely at millennials and Gen Z buyers who are used to shopping for almost everything online. This approach offers convenience like never before. There's no need to visit multiple dealerships or deal with pushy salespeople. You can walk through a virtual showroom in your pajamas at any hour. It's perfect for people who prefer the ease and simplicity of online shopping. Younger buyers in particular may find this to be a game changer in how they select and purchase their vehicles. However, this method isn't without its drawbacks. For many buyers, the tactile experience of purchasing a car is essential. Sitting in the driver's seat, feeling the steering wheel, and hearing the engine roar are all irreplaceable parts of the process. Test drives, a critical step for most people, are impossible to replicate in a virtual space. The lack of physical interaction could make some buyers hesitant to embrace this new system fully. This shift also has implications for traditional dealerships. Ford's virtual showroom model signals a move toward a hybrid sales approach. While physical dealerships won't disappear entirely, their roles may change. They could become more focused on test drives and servicing rather than the entire sales process. This evolution might be a tough adjustment for many dealers, but necessary to keep up with changing consumer habits. So, what are your thoughts on this? Let us know in the comments below.